Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you coming here. Don't forget, before we start here, go down, hit that subscribe button. Today I'm really excited because I got a special guest here. His name is Russell Westcott. Russell, why don't you tell him a little bit about yourself?
Well, Cam, thank you very much for the invitation.
Russell,
I just want to give you some props. I've been following your YouTube channel. You're doing a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Hope you don't mind the language on your channel. Just make sure you follow Cam's channel. It's a lot of fun. He's doing a bang up job. You know what? The main thing about with video is just getting it out.
Absolutely.
And I'm thankful that we have an opportunity. We have a speaking engagement tonight.
Yeah,
you have your meetup group here tonight, and I'm going to do a presentation for them, and we're just going to have a lot of fun with it.
Perfect, perfect. And Russell, if anyone wants to connect with you, what's the best way they can find you?
Well, interesting enough is I'm just launching a brand new website. Everybody always launching a new website, but I have a really funny story. A funny story is I've had my domain registered for over 15 years.
Oh, wow.
15 years.
Yeah.
When I registered my domain, WordPress wasn't even around, and I have never had a website.
Right.
In 15 years.
So you're getting ready to finally launch it.
It's coming within 3 weeks.
Within 3 weeks. And what's that website?
It's going to be russellwestcott.com.
russellwestcott.com, guys. Make sure you go check him out. All right, so today, like you said, I'm going to be hosting my my monthly meetup group that we do. So we're training investors in the Lower Mainland how to invest, how to sharpen their skills, and we always like to bring in guest speakers with a lot of experience, such as Russell. And today you're talking on the new investor paradigm, I believe it is. Can you maybe let us know a little bit about what that is?
Well, the new investor paradigm is actually a little bit of a play on words on new. But really, the simplest way I can describe it is I've taken 15 years of experience and I've boiled it down into all the lessons and all the mistakes that I've made for the past 15 years of buying the wrong properties in the wrong areas and putting the wrong tenants in them. And I'm looking at real estate through new lenses.
Right.
I'm completely looking at it as purpose building rental properties, where my new model of buying properties is I actually will design it with the builder from architecture stage, and then we will build it with the tenants in mind, and we'll purpose build the property, brand new construction under warranty. And then I'm going to take new portfolio of properties, and every 5 to 7 years I'm going to sell my entire portfolio and just keep churning and only have new properties. And every 5 to 7 years, brand new portfolio, and I virtually eliminate any maintenance costs, any long-term capital expenditure, and I only work with new properties that are under warranty, if you will.
That's actually a really interesting concept. So doing something like this, how would someone get started investing with new property? If, let's say they're a brand new investor, they want to start buying, do you recommend maybe them starting with some older product and getting started, or would you go into something like this right away?
Well, you know what? The presentation I'm going to do tonight, I wish I'd seen it 15 years ago.
Right.
I would have saved myself literally millions of dollars of headaches and heartaches and mistakes. If I would have seen this presentation, I personally would have changed my strategy 15 years ago. When I started 15 years ago, I thought I needed 157 homes and I needed to build this massive portfolio. I bought cheap properties. I bought properties that I called sock destroyers. And they were, as you can understand, after you walk out of them, you throw your socks away.
Absolutely.
And I thought I needed lots of them. I bought cheap properties, and now I'm focusing more on quality tenants in quality areas, and brand new. I don't need 150 properties. With 5 properties, free and clear, I can pretty well generate a cash flow portfolio that can sustain myself and my family. But in order to get 5, I probably would have to get maybe 10 to 15, hold them for a course of 20 years, and then eventually get down to about 5 or 6 free and clear houses. And then with that portfolio of brand new properties, I would have a cash flow position that would cover all the expenses.
Right. It's a very interesting way of doing it.
And I'm going to share all that tonight. You should be here. You should be here.
Absolutely. And if you're not here tonight and you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching this anywhere else, you got to connect with Russell, all right? Go to russellwestcott.com and make sure you book him to come out and speak at your next event so he can share the same concept, because I'm already excited. Yeah. I mean, this sounds like some interesting stuff, for sure.
It's interesting is I've been sharing this story across the country, and not everybody realizes the power of new construction.
Right.
It's a new paradigm.
Yes.
It's a new lenses, and people just don't see it. But once you actually walk them through the numbers, whether you buy a townhouse, a half duplex, or a suite house, not every property will work, but certain properties in certain areas at the right price points will cash flow, and that's the main thing. And that's we have some offerings that I'm going to walk a case study through tonight on just one of the three.
Right. So currently, with your investment portfolio, where are you currently doing these? Where you're building the properties and getting them going?
The market I'm doubling down in is Edmonton, Alberta.
Okay, so very very similar to me. I've been purchasing in Edmonton now for a number of years myself. So why do you like the Edmonton market?
Well, it's interesting. I'm actually putting together a webinar that, which I'm titling "Alberta Real Estate Surfs Up or Wipe Out."
Right.
Quite frankly, I've been investing there for 15 years, and we've had some ups, we've had some downs, we've had some massive corrections. Like two corrections in 5 to 7 years is tough to handle.
You bet.
But I'm seeing that the economics are all starting to line up again. Everything has, the base has shrunk, and the we're growing off of a smaller base, so there is growth again. And I think it's going to have a slow and steady rise up. And I'm just seeing economics that are coming in place. It's a younger population. The millennials need housing. It has oil prices are stabilizing, but we're having more people move in. Just all the fundamentals are lining up, and the more I do research on it, it's funny, I just sent a text off to my property manager last night, and I said, "Go Edmonton, go," because it is starting to line up, and our research is showing that, and that's why we and a lot of our developers and our builders are actually doubling and tripling down in there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. One thing that I definitely like about Edmonton too, and I don't know if this is the same thing, but I like the fact that it's a government town in Alberta. So obviously Alberta has gone through those corrections, but Edmonton always seems to be a little bit more steady Eddie than any of the other cities, especially like Calgary. I find that just with the resource of people that are there, they're less white collar, they're able to maybe go find other jobs a little easier than, say, a corporate person. When corporate jobs go away, corporate jobs are gone.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one reason that I've definitely been liking. And then obviously I've been in a bit more in the multifamily realm. I definitely like the fact, being here in BC, there's no rent control.
Yeah.
So that definitely, when the market is moving forward, it's a lot easier to keep your market rents going as well, right? So,
and I'll tell you, one of the things that I like, Edmonton is one of the only markets, not only, I haven't analyzed everyone, but is one of the few markets where you can buy brand new construction and cash flow. And make a cash flow.
Absolutely.
I'm going to show a case study of a property tonight that's going to be under $500,000 for a suited house, completed everything, landscape, garage, GST, everything in for under $500,000.
Yeah.
You take that same place and plop it 4 blocks from here, you add $1 million to it.
Absolutely.
And there's no way you'll be able to cash flow it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a $500,000 house in the Lower Mainland, you're heading out to Chilliwack,
and
you're still buying.
And you're paying it for $700,000-800,000. At that time.
Absolutely.
And at best, you're probably going to get, not for a new product, but you will maybe get a refurbished one that maybe has a round peg put into a square hole, as opposed to a purpose-built construction property.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Very interesting stuff. Well, Russell, I do appreciate you coming here. If you could give one piece of advice to the viewers today, what would it be? Just ad lib here.
Well, one piece of advice is don't be afraid of the work. If anybody tells you that real estate is easy, turn the other cheek and say thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. It is difficult, but here's the thing: is in the challenge and in the struggle and in the difficultness of it is where you actually build strength. It's just like going to the gym. If you go to the gym and you could work out for 20 years and never break a sweat, you will never get anywhere.
Absolutely.
But if you actually go to the gym and you actually push the weight and you strive and you achieve and you sweat and you challenge yourself, now you're getting some results. In real estate, it's the same way. It is a little bit of a grind. It is a long term. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And just be prepared. Come with your eyes wide open. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy, but you can make it work.
Well, Russell, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming here today. Don't forget, guys, go check him out. RussellWestcott.ca, right? .com.
Yes.
Russell Westcott.
I had that domain for 15 years. I got the guys at the top.
RussellWestcott.com. And once again, if you guys like this video, don't forget, throw a thumbs up. Any questions that you guys have, throw some comments in below, and that way we can continue to make videos that you guys are wanting to see. And lastly, if you haven't already done so by the end of this video, go down and hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss the content that we're going to be putting out here over the next, hopefully, several years here. And if you guys are participating in the hashtag SSSVEDA challenge, this makes day 18 for me. Don't forget, drop a link to your channel, and I'd love to check you out and network with you guys as well. Thank you again for coming out, and we'll see you tomorrow.